Hiya folks, JD here, and this is part 2 where we're going to be looking at non-altitude hold of the speeder bike. And in part 1, what did I think? Well, I thought it was very good. I thought the speeder bike was good. There were a couple of issues with it though that I thought when you right hand flipped, it did tend to wiggle a bit as it righted itself, whereas on the left it didn't. I didn't really see any particular reason for that. It's not as if it is heavier one side than the other. I thought all the 3 speed modes worked really well. Speed mode 3 though was a bit of a conundrum to begin with, because it is, as long as you have the forward pitch right the way up to the top, then you are going to be plummeting towards the ground, so you have to keep it stable at about 3/4 and then sometimes feather it just so that you can maintain the particular altitude that you're after. What I also did find as well is that it can't pick up a run cam, but I'm hoping that it can pick up a smaller camera in time. Now, with these, I do think it's very important that you have a lot of space to fly them in, because these things can do up to 30 miles an hour and they can get up there pretty quickly. So today we're going to be looking at non-altitude hold, hopefully, and seeing exactly how that works. If not, it's just going to be a standard flight test. Alright then folks, so please come and join me. Okay, so here we are again. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to pop in this battery. Now, there isn't an on button. As soon as you pop in the battery and click it in, it just turns itself on. So that's pretty much it. We are good to go. Once again, I'm going to employ the use of my trusty earphones, because this transmitter, if this is the first video you're watching and you didn't hear what I said about the transmitter in the first video, then this thing doesn't shut up. It's a great transmitter. There we go. Right, so now single one up and one down to bind. Then we should be bound. Then we can just calibrate the gyro. So let's try and see if I can put that on level ground as possible here on a field. I think that's as level as it's going to get. Then gyro calibrate, and then clicking the one take off button, then we can just take straight off. So let's go for it, folks. So she's kind of just floating off there. But I mean, as models go, this thing looks incredible. I mean, look at that. It really does look incredibly good. But let's put it into speed mode 2. There we are, speed mode 2. And yeah, as models go, as I was saying, she's really, really good. As flight goes, as you can see in speed mode 2, it's okay. It's not bad. She's not plummeting towards the floor. Let's take her a little bit higher. I don't like that plummeting to the floor malarkey. Now I'm just going to keep this forward pitch at about 3/4 and just use slight roll when I turn with a bit of yaw. There we are. I think this thing is very loud. Good God, it's loud. Right, I think it's okay, you know, as it's flying, it's a good fly, it is. I mean, there have been a lot worse that I've flown. It doesn't matter, doesn't it? As soon as you pay a lot of money for a quadcopter, originally, I mean the original RRP for this, and I would have thought it would have been a bit better. But still, not to knock it, it is exactly what it is. It's for the Star Wars geeks, and to be honest with you, I'm in that category, and I love it. Right, let's turn off this altitude hold, if I can. Now, how do I turn that off? I managed to do it successfully when I was... Maybe you've got to land the quadcopter. Let's try and land in the quadcopter, and let's try popping her into non-altitude hold mode, because I thought there was a way I could have done this. Come on, Mr. Man. There we go. Because I was reading that it can be done. So if I try and click that up, yeah, there we go. Right. That's okay. Is it? Well, it kind of still is. Sort of. It does say barometer on or off. Okay, well, I suppose it kind of... Ah, no, that's... yeah, okay. Feels a little bit strange for barometer off mode. Oh, no, that is. I just tried to write it and it just fell to the ground, or just plummeted a little bit. So yeah, that's definitely... Okay, that's good. And it feels nice as well. I like having manual operations, and you can't get more manual than just flying it manually. And yeah, it feels nice. I think I prefer it like this, you know, without the barometer on. I really do. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, I prefer it like this. Yes, I do. Much nicer, much easier to control. And you can pull off a couple of really nifty moves with it as well. As in, if you're going too far to the ground, you can just throttle up and there's not... Oh, okay. There we are, wipe out. Now I can see why they give you 2 different nose cones with it. But it's pretty resilient. Yes, pretty resilient. Oh, I've bent it, but it's still pretty resilient. That's not bad at all. Battery's still in, that hasn't flown off. It's a bit wet, but we have got dew here now that the grass has been cut. But yeah, non-altitude hold mode. I do prefer that. Look, see? Much better. But oh crap. But yeah. Whoa. It certainly seems to be a lot more responsive. And of course you can do that cool thing where you can cut out the motors of a smaller, lighter quad and just plumb it to the ground a little bit. Oh, it feels good though. And those orientation lights, I've started to come to like those LEDs. You can see pretty easily where, as soon as you turn her, you can see those orientation lights. And you can see them pretty well as well. Yes, mate. That seems to be the nice little trick. Altitude hold off. And then just fly her without altitude hold. And she flies a lot better. God, that's a hell of a lot better. The range is pretty spectacular as well. Yeah. You know what? I could get used to flying this. It flies nice. What am I in? Speed mode 2? Okay, speed mode 3. Off we go, fella. Yeah, I can imagine the dogfights with this. Altitude hold off, speed mode 3, cruising around the place, left and right flipping. Oh, shouldn't have done that speed. It is possible though. Likewise, there's a right flip. And then you're cruising around the place, you've got somebody on your tail, you want to shake them off, there's another flip. All of a sudden, they've lost their target. Yes. You know what? I could get to like this a lot. Those motors do scream. Good God, I'm glad their sound isn't travelling as well as it normally does around here. Because otherwise that would just annoy the hell out of me. Oh, I've decked it again. That was my fault. I was just really enjoying that flight a bit. I got a bit too absorbed into it. But yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Without altitude hold, that seems to work really well. Also, I would suggest using these propeller guards. Oh, if you're flying in a field like I am, because if I hadn't had these guards on, because all you've got is this little orb here on the top of the propeller, just sitting against the floor. As soon as you were to throttle up, then it would just chew grass. It would just cut grass. That's all it would do. So these little prop guards, they may look a bit strange, and people may think, oh, there's no point in flying with them. Honestly, if you're flying with a field in these things, 100% needed. Whee! Yes, mate. Off we go. And yeah, 100% needed. Whee! Oh, that was nice. Little power adjust. As I gave it more power, I could see the quadcopter just changed attack mode, attack orientation. Really nice. Yeah. Oh, is that the battery? Yes, it is. Just take her around one more time. And that has been the speeder, ladies and gentlemen. The Star Wars speeder. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you've enjoyed. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying. Whee! Awesome.